What's up, you guys? If you don't already know me, my name is Carly, and today I'm going to be doing a first impressions and wear test of the new Pat McGrath Labs Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Foundation. That's such a mouthful and it's giving me trouble. I was sent this foundation by INFLUENSTER in exchange for a review on Sephora.com and on INFLUENSTER. If you're not familiar with INFLUENSTER, you should definitely check them out. It's a place where you can go and kind of review different products. They'll also send you some things after you do like questionnaires and things like that. You have to qualify for certain things, but I don't have a big following and I somehow got this box, so I'm really grateful. Thank you, INFLUENSTER, for that. I'm super excited to try it out and see how it wears. I'm going to read the description straight from the box because I'm having trouble remembering literally anything today. The description is, it says, buildable, perfecting coverage, weightless texture, sublime satin finish, runway tested, mother approved. The packaging is really pretty. Came in this box, which is super nice. And then the bottle looks like this, it's glass. And I thought it was a twist off at first, but it just pulls off and there's a pump. So this foundation comes in 36 different shades in light, light medium, medium, medium deep, and deep. There's different shades in all of those ranges. The color that I was sent, which I actually chose in my survey, was light 06, which I wasn't sure if it was gonna match, but it turned out to match really well. So I'm really excited. And I forgot to write down the price of the foundation. I looked yesterday, I believe it's $68, and it launches at Sephora on July 26th. If you guys like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up or leave me a comment down below. If you want to see more videos like this or other makeup looks, reviews, unboxings, things like that, go ahead and subscribe. And if you're interested in seeing how I like this foundation, then keep watching. Okay, so I got a little guide in my email telling how to wear this foundation based on like skin type, coverage, and finish that you want. For my skin type, which is normal combination, it said to use a lightweight water-based moisturizer, and the moisturizer that I used is a little bit heavier. So if it's a little bit like sliding around, I'm just gonna blame it on the moisturizer because I should have used something that's a little bit more lightweight, but I didn't want to switch up too many products just so that I knew exactly how the foundation was going to wear with my normal skincare routine and all of that. It didn't specifically say whether to use a beauty blender or a brush, but it does mention stippling foundation into the areas that you want more coverage. So I'm just gonna do a half and half. I'm gonna start with a brush, and if it turns out like really great, then I'm probably not gonna mess with the beauty blender, but we'll see. So this is the foundation. It's super nice. The packaging is glass. I thought it was like a twist off, but you just pull the cap off and it's a pump. Okay, so just pumped a little bit on the back of my hand. And as I said, I'm gonna start with the brush. This is the Crown Brush C51 small round buffer brush. This is the one that I use when I use a brush for my foundation. Let's see. Oh, it says to start from the center of the face. I just always naturally start here, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be fine. It's a little bit lighter coverage than I was anticipating, but it's buildable, and it even says like if you want more coverage, then layer it on. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm actually surprised at how well it matches. I did do a little survey picking out the color, but it's the summer and I never really know. I'm not very good at matching my own foundation anyways. Is anyone? Okay, so that was one pump and it got most of the side, but really only like the lower side. So I'll do another, start up here. And most of the time I do my like eyes and brows first and then kind of go back and touch up as needed. But I like to get that like sharp eyeliner look here, which usually does better if I do my eye makeup first. Okay. The finish is super nice and it's actually pretty good coverage for being light, but I'm gonna start, it says to like let it set for a minute. I'm gonna go ahead. I can tell it's kind of setting. It's not as shiny as it was. I like it. Okay, so this is the second layer. And it is moving around a little bit when I pull the brush, so I'm gonna just keep stippling really. My forehead actually looks pretty good. You can kind of see a little bit of my freckles, but I don't really mind. And I'm still gonna put bronzer and everything on, so that'll help with that a little bit too. The guide did say also to stipple in areas where you want more coverage. So like here I have some blemishes and acne scars, so I'm gonna just go over that a little bit more. Okay, so that side is looking really good. I'm really happy with it. I did use 2 pumps though, just on that one side. Maybe because I'm taking forever, or maybe it just doesn't go that far. I'm really impressed with how well this color actually matches my skin. Okay. I like that coverage and how it looks and everything, so I'm gonna try with the Beauty Blender on this side, but we'll see how that goes. Another pump. And I'm not doing like a full pump too. I guess I kind of only half pumped it, so maybe that's why, but I didn't want it to fall all over my hand. So this Beauty Blender is clean, but I did just use it for like my concealer for my eyeshadow base. So it's got a little bit of stuff on it, but it's not like dirty. I'll start from the center this time. Get that blemish covered. Ugh, the worst. It is actually going a pretty long way with the Beauty Blender, which I'm kind of surprised about. I was expecting the Beauty Blender to soak it up a little bit more. And like I said, I'll touch up those areas on my eyes after I finish everything. Well, after I finish foundation, before I finish concealer and all that. I'm just pouncing it. Again, I have some more acne scarring and freckles on this side. I can always tell the coverage of a foundation based on how well it covers my little birthmark the first pass. So it's actually doing a really good job. It looks really natural, so I'm really impressed. And that pump went all over that side of my face, so yeah, I think I prefer the Beauty Blender. I'm gonna do about the same amount of foundation again, another pump. This is how much, I don't know if you can see, just to see how much coverage I can build up. I definitely prefer the finish of the brush for some reason. I can just see more texture on this side, but it also could be the lighting because it's a little funky in here and the clouds are going like in front of the sun, so it's changing a little bit, which is annoying. actually doing a really good job covering my under eyes too. So it seems like really good at covering pigmentation and variances, but it still looks really natural, so I like it. I have been using my Mario Badescu drying lotion on this blemish, so for like a couple of days now, because it's one of those, but so I feel like the foundation is clinging to some of the drier spots in that area, but it's okay. I still have so much foundation left. I guess I'm just gonna keep packing it on. I'll go over, yeah, maybe I'll go over this side with the brush again. I know I said I was going to stick to the brush on this side and the beauty blender on this side, but I really like the way that it looks in my tear trough, so I'm gonna go in on this side just in the tear trough with my beauty blender, since obviously that brush does not get there. Just gonna make sure that it's really packed in around my nose so that my pores are not visible, hopefully. Okay, so that is it. I'm really impressed with how it looks so far. It says to set it with a setting powder with a brush if you want a more natural finish, which is what I typically go for. Since I still have to do my bronzer and everything, I'm gonna wait to do that afterwards, and then I'll come back once I've finished all of my makeup and let you know what I think. Okay, sorry if the quality changed. I'm using the front camera this time and my desk is a mess, so don't worry about that. But it is 6:23 right now, so it's been about 3 hours since I finished my makeup. My hair still won't do what it needs to do. Go away. But yeah, I am really loving this foundation so far. It's really comfortable, even though it's still a little bit like tacky feeling for me. I know I said earlier that I prefer a natural finish, but I've been using matte finishes and I kind of forget that they feel differently. It's really nice. It did settle a little bit into my pores. I don't think you can see because of the quality on this camera. It settled a little bit like around my nose and like into my pores. I think next time I might try with a primer. I think that might help a little bit. I also will definitely not use the same moisturizer. I don't know why I thought using something named Ultra Rich moisturizer. It's discontinued, so I don't want to say like the real name. But I don't know why I thought that would be a good idea. Yeah, so I am getting ready to go out to dinner right now, and then I guess I'll give you guys an update after that. It'll probably be like 10:30, 11 by the next time I update, and hopefully I'll wash my face soon after that because I'm not used to wearing makeup this much makeup anyways. I've been doing like sunscreen. Anyways, if you want to see my summer skincare and makeup routine, let me know. I can do that for you. But yeah, I'll check in with you guys in a couple of hours. Okay, you guys, sorry I'm in my car right now. I'm just running errands and it is the next day. So last night we went out to dinner. We went out after we went to dinner. So we didn't get back until like almost midnight, and it was like really dark and I couldn't get pretty much any good lighting, although the lighting in the video was pretty terrible anyways. But I did make some notes about things. Oh, don't mind my nails either, they're really gross. I made some notes on my thoughts on the foundation, and I did double check, and the foundation is $68 at Sephora. So yesterday I used that thick moisturizer instead of a lightweight one, and it stayed pretty tacky the whole day. I really just set like under my eyes and around my nose, and not so much like, you know, my cheeks and everything, because I use powder contour, so it's kind of the same. But today I set it all over with powder. I used a primer today as well, and I didn't really use a moisturizer. Yeah, I didn't use a moisturizer this morning because I had so much on all day yesterday, and I feel like it's a little bit too matte. It is causing me problems like around my nose and stuff, but I'm just gonna have to keep playing with it and see you know, what products work well with it. So yeah, I'll just have to let you guys know, I guess. So my notes that I wrote last night for the foundation so that I wouldn't forget when I told you guys today, it doesn't move around. Like whenever you touch it lightly, like, you know, if you like itch your nose or something, it really doesn't move around. If it does, it sets back into place really easily. With the Beauty Blender, I did it once at home with the Beauty Blender, and then while we were out, I touched it up with the Blotterazzi. It started getting really shiny towards the end of the night, but that's kind of normal for all of my foundations. I think my skin just gets irritated after having makeup on all day. And what else? Oh yeah, I used Airspun setting powder yesterday and today. I feel like it's working okay with it, but I might try another one. I don't know. I don't want to have like a flashback Mary situation, so we'll see. And then also the Morphe Continuous Setting Mist. I used that yesterday and today. So I don't know, I'm really loving it. I think it looks really great. It matches better in this natural lighting than it did yesterday when I was putting it on. So it does, like all foundations, like change in lighting, but I'm really excited about this color because I really didn't think that it was gonna match so well. So I'm super excited about that. And I did check the Sephora website, and it does retail for $68, which is really expensive, especially because I'm used to drugstore foundations. I don't really like to spend a lot of money on foundations. Really, like eyeshadows and lip products are the only things, and bronzer are the only things that I really spend money on. So I can't say whether or not I'll buy this foundation for myself. I do really love it though, which is weird because usually I'm like, oh, they're like, drugstore foundations are just the same as like high-end foundations, but I do feel like this one is different, and I might be addicted to it. If I can figure out how to get it to set just right, then yeah, I'm gonna be in trouble. But I think that's all for this video. So if you guys want to see more things like this, just let me know. I'm hoping to do another video, even just like a random, like 40 random questions about me. I think that that's the one that it was, but I really enjoyed filming this video. So if you guys want to stick around, then please subscribe, give me a like or a comment, and yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Bye.